Hello everyone, welcome to this video. So today I would like to talk about the displacement reharmonization technique. Even though displacement could be something really complex, actually it's something really easy to understand. So displacement, it means that we are moving the place and the time to play a target chord just a little bit later in the chord progression. So just delaying this moment for this chord in the chord progression, just adding other notes. And when we create this feeling of displacement, so normally our ears, they are expecting this specific chord, but we can surprise just delaying a little bit in the chord progression and creating a nice feeling. Remember, if you want to use the displacement, it's important that you can see if you're not creating any kind of clash using a minor second, a minor ninth, augmented fourth, or an augmented 11th. So the idea is especially to apply something pretty cool that you can also use the previous reharmonization techniques in this case. So you can use, for example, tritone substitutions if you want. You can use also the typical 2-5 patterns. You can also use, if you want, the simple substitution, just using chords with the same function, just to delay the chord that you were expecting. You can use also extended dominance if you want. You have many different things, and also if you want to use the diatonic approach, just to use this tendency, it's up to you. So for sure I will not apply in this video displacement in all the different reharmonization techniques, but I just want to show you some really simple examples that you can understand how this can work. And now we'll just start with the song Oh Happy Day, where you can really understand the idea. So let's start with the typical Oh Happy Day with the typical C and F in the chord progression. And then you have the D minor and the G. Okay, so I want to just apply the displacement first in this F chord, because I really want to listen this F a little bit later in the process. But for doing this, in the moment that I was expecting the F, I will put the parallel subdominant, I will put the D minor, but then I will play again the F. Let's see how this will sound. Oh, sorry. Down, down, down. Bam, ba-dum, ba-dum. Bam, ba-dum, ba-dum. So I'm just creating this delay. Bam, ba-dum, ba-dum. Dum, da-dum, da-dum. Dum, da-dum, da-dum. So the second part, I will do the same. So I will not play the G. I will play before the E minor. So exactly, if I understand these two chords, I have a kind of, not exactly the same relationship, but for example, I can use this E minor. Just understanding, for example, if I understand that the G could be a kind of a tonic, and if this is the tonic, the parallel tonic will be the E minor. So this is a kind of, the reason that I'm using here this chord is not because I'm using simple substitution in this case. So here I'm using this E as a kind of a bar chord from the G major key. So this is a kind of a bar chord. So this is the reason that I can use just to delay the use of the G, because this is a kind of the relative minor. I'm just delaying here to the G. So a typical example of displacement. And the second example I want to apply again in a song that I use it in another example. So here in the Pabusen. So I want, if I just take the original or the typical harmony progression, so with C in the G7, so when I have this G7, I want to delay a little bit this chord, just applying the typical 2/5 progression. Yes, and the effect is pretty cool. And we work really cool. Okay, if I want to apply something really complex, maybe I can do a kind of a sequence of 2/5, but starting in the E, going to the A, but in this case needs to be major, and here the typical 2/5, so the D minor and the G. Because if you do this really fast, also we'll combine bum, 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 bum. So just using the 2/5 progressions. Bum, 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 dum, bum, bum, dum, dum, dum. So I have the G, bum, 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 bum. But you don't need to stay too much time in the G. Yes, also I can do it this way. So you have many ways to combine this. Because you have a lot of time in the G. But again, I think for me the most beautiful would be like this. But as I said, you can do. It's up to you to see the ways to apply. But again, displacement, it's about delaying a little bit the target chord, and it's up to you to see what will be the reharmonization technique that you want to apply to achieve this specific kind of displacement. Yes? So thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.